Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and sometimes things happening in my real life. Today I have my monthly manicures, what I wore for the month of June. I have 15 manicures, 2 pedicures, and in total 16 polishes to talk about. So if this is something you are interested in, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. All right, June was Pride Month here in the United States, and I decided to do a couple Pride manicures to start the month. But before we get into that, let me tell you about the pedicures. And let me tell you how I'm going to do this. I just do them in order that I wore them. I talk about pedicures first, and then I talk about all the polishes in the order that I wore them. Okay, so the first pedicure I had was my Project Polish Warm Black. And yeah, it was a nice pedicure. I wore it for a couple weeks and took it off. I didn't wear it for the whole month. I remembered after like 2 weeks. I try and change my pedicure every 2 weeks. So every 2 manicures, I change it, unless I change my manicures more frequently, which happens sometimes. Then the next pedicure I had is going to be Virtuous Violet from Nicole by OPI. It is this really pretty color here. Just a blue, purple, violet metallic. Really lovely color. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to getting more use out of that polish in the future. But that's another one I had not worn yet in my working my way through my polishes, so now it has been worn. All right, so the first Pride manicure I did for the month was for Asexual Pride, which is that flag right there. You can see right above my finger, hopefully. It is black, gray, white, and purple. So for that, I started with Warm Black on my pinky. And then I brought in Winter Spirit, which is a mid-tone gray for my ring finger. For my middle finger, I brought in number 1, the white cream from the Elf Game Up collection. And then for my purple, I decided to bring in something a little sparkly, and I went with this one here. This is Jen and Barry's Death of Disco. I got this I won this through a giveaway. This originally is part of the 2024 Polish and Beauty Expo swag bag. So I won that in a giveaway. And since that has some sparkles and metallic in it, I wanted something to give it a little extra on the rest of my nails. So I brought in this hollow topper from LA Colors. It is called Sassy Sparkle. I will have all the pictures up there for you, hopefully, to give a little bit of rainbow sparkle over all of the nails, except for the Death of Disco, which already had sparkles in it. And I really enjoyed that. I do identify as demisexual, which is part of the asexual flag, meaning I don't have sexual feelings, attractions toward people unless I am in an intimate emotional relationship with them. All right, the next manicure I decided to go with, it was a traditional, more or less traditional rainbow. And I didn't have all the colors, and I only have 5 fingers, and there are 6 colors, so I went with a 5-color rainbow. I started with this neon orange. It leans a little bit on the coral side, so this is from Color Club, and this I got in a mystery box. May be the correct color, may not. This is called One Love, but most of the pictures I see on my nail app that have this polish show it as this neon orange. So I started with that on, I believe that was my thumb. And then on my pointer finger, my index finger, I brought in this neon yellow from ASB. And this is Highlight of My Day, right? Highlight of My Day, yeah. Beautiful neon yellow. I wanted to go neon the whole way, but I didn't have any, so I went as close as I could get. And I brought in this bright green from LA Colors Color Craze. This is the shade Scream. This one was a little bit, I think this is the first time I've worn this one, and it is quite sheer even on 3 coats, so it might be good to be used as under toppers. But I did build this up, and it wasn't quite this bright as it is showing in the bottle, but it was nice and bright. Maybe I need to get some more bright neon polishes in my collection, but for now I'm doing my best. And then this one from Sally Hansen, which as always has a bit of ugly bottle. These seem to separate quite easily, but I mixed it up. This is a bright sky blue. It's called Brisk Blue. This one is a stainer, and I figured most of these would be, so I did do a double coat of a smoothing, ridge filling base coat. I used Sally Hansen not Sally Hansen, Essie's Smooth Moves. But yeah, this is Brisk Blue. I wore that on my ring finger. And then finally on my pinky, I brought in a bright but almost pale. This is from Pure Ice, and this one is called Playful Purple. It's a nice kind of periwinkle purple. It's the brightest, lightest purple I could find in my collection, and I thought that was a lovely manicure. Really enjoy those bright colors, that bright pop, especially the 2 actual neon shades up here. These are so bright. I wish I had other shades that were just as bright, so that might be something I look forward to getting in the future. But for now, I'm just going to stick with what I have. Neons are not something I go for all the time. I'm more of a dark and moody polish wearer, but occasionally I do like a nice bright pop of neon, and I did my best. So after that, I kind of wanted to get back into working on some of my polishes that are in projects or in my project polish. So I brought in, the next one is just tried and true me through and through. After the neons, I had to go dark. So I brought in this one from Sally Hansen Triple Shine. This one was in a panning project. I think it is in Child of the 80s. It is Wavy Blue. I believe I wore that on one hand or on alternating fingers. I'd have to look at the picture, which I don't have in front of me. And then the other polish I wore that with is another one, blue metallic. This one is Blue Freeze, and this is from Maybelline Color Show. I got these both in a D-stash off of Facebook, and I'm really happy with the colors. Blue Freeze definitely has a deeper, darker base compared to Wavy Blue. So they're not dupes. They're cousins or sisters, siblings, but they're not identical. And I enjoyed that very much. And then I, since that was from a panning project, I wanted to wear something from my project polish, where I'm trying to finish up polishes, and I decided to go a little back to neutral, back to my kind of gray roots again. And I actually picked 2 polishes from Project Polish. The first one is from OPI. This is Take It for Granted. It's a dark gunmetal gray metallic, and I paired that with Gray Iridescent from Blackheart Beauty. This is a metallic, well, not really. It's a mid-tone gray with an iridescent shimmer in it. Hence the gray iridescent. And I enjoyed that. I wore it for a little while, and then it started to chip. So I decided I wanted to go back to something bright, and I decided to wear another polish that I have not worn yet. And this is one I had not worn at all in my collection, so I decided to bring this in. This is from Urban Outfitters, and this is called Flip Flop. And it is just a nice bright aqua, and I really enjoyed this. I think it would be nice with something topped on it. It's just a cream polish, but I couldn't think of anything to top it with, so I just wore this, and it is really pretty, and I enjoyed it very much. So that is everything. 16 polishes, 5 manicures, because a couple of them didn't last as long as others. The first one lasted me about a week and a half, my asexual one, because I really didn't want to take it off, but finally I did take it off because it started to chip. Then I went with Rainbow. That one was on for about a week. And then the other 2, Blue Freeze and take it for granted. The grays, the blues and the grays were on for a couple days each, between 3 to 4 days, just because I got tired of one and wanted the other one, and then the other one started chipping, so then I went with another one. Anyway, I enjoyed all of these polishes, and I have nothing bad to say about them. I got some use out of ones from my project polish and ones I'm panning in panning projects. So yeah, that is everything. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, feedback, or just want to say hi, I really appreciate that. I feel like my comment section has gotten very lonely lately, like nobody's commenting on videos, so just say hi, let me know you're out there. And if you are not subscribed to my channel and you want to see more of my content, it's free. Just go ahead and do that while you're here by clicking the subscribe button. And until my next video, remember to take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I love you no matter who or what you are, and I'll see you in my next one.